Hey everyone, Bean here. You could tell it Junky. So, does anyone know why these amps make that noise? You hear that? Yeah. Other than that, nothing's wrong with the amp, and sometimes it sounds like that, and sometimes it doesn't. I found the same thing with the Marshall and the Supersonic. So, what's up with that? Meanwhile, let me pause it and put it back on the stand. Okay, so oddly enough, I didn't have my pedal board turned on, and as soon as I turned the pedal board on, nothing. Silent as a mouse. Yeah. That, I still don't understand. I don't get it. It took like a minute after the pedal board was on, because I even unplugged the jack, the cord from the pedal board going into the amp, plugged it back in again, and now, just before I went to turn it on, nothing. And I checked the tuning on it, and of course, these here Dean guitars. This is my favorite LP. I'm down to 4 LPs, and this is my favorite for all the right reasons. So I don't think. Let me try it on the dirty. Hello. I'm knocking everything over. All right. Now, I'm just switching it over because I don't feel like dealing with the volumes. Checking the volume with the pedals on the amp, because I moved this amp from back here in the corner to over here, put the Marshall on top on a stand, and apparently I've not played it since then, and I would have to check all of the volumes, the knobs, see if I moved any. Right, so let's, I don't know if I played this guitar with the Rush Working Man to compare it to the Alex Lifeson Epiphone with the Floyd. So let's see what happens. See if I can try to go a little crazy. I don't know. We'll see. There you go. this model. Yeah. Got a little bit carried away with that one. Went off the beaten path. You know, mixed it up a little bit. I was trying to like get away from the same old. You know, the solo that I made up for this song. And try to make it, I don't know, give it a little spice, something. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the times. So, yeah, see, now that amp is quiet as can be. But I remember it happening more so with the Fender amps, for whatever reason. You know, the Supersonic 22 behind me, it would do that sometimes as well when I turn it on and just have something there. I don't know why. The fact that I believe both of them are spring reverb, when you stand them up and tilt them back, you know, you got to be careful, because if you you hit it, you'll hear that kind of sound. Yeah, you want to hear that again? So, yeah, I haven't played this in a while. I feel like these yellow springs that I put in the back of here for the tremolo, they are a lighter gauge spring, but this still feels super stiff, you know, really firm. Yeah. When they're really firm like that, it doesn't flutter as much. So I believe I just put 2, because I think I used the other 2, I think, on that Schecter Telly. Yes. So maybe I'll remove the original spring in the middle, and although it may change the pitch of the Floyd, then I have to reset it, or try to find a lighter gauge spring. I do have leftover springs. Best way to find out is just to put them in your hand and bend them, and one will bend easier than the other, and then replace it with the center spring that's in here now, because this feels really stiff. And I took one of my chrome tremolo whammy bar shifter arms that had more of a bend up angle, so when you're doing that, you're not hitting on the guitar. And what I pulled this off, I think I pulled it off of one of the Eddie Van Halen guitars, because you like a good distance, especially with these, with the toggle being right here, or with the natural one, the kill switch button. You don't want to be hitting on it. So to get off of one of those, and I took one of those arms and switched it with my Washburn N4 Paduke. They're both bent up, right? All of them, all the chrome ones are bent up higher. But for some reason, I couldn't get that collar to tighten up on the Paduke, and it kept on swinging down. So when I switched the arms, I was like, oh, this works. But I was going through my bag of leftover arms and found another chrome one that was really bent up high. And this one came with a black one. And for some reason, the push-in arms, I don't trust bending, because whatever reason, they snap really easily. But the black arms on the Floyd Roses, when I try to bend those up, put it in a vise and bend it to give it more height, so I'm not like knuckles right on the guitar, they tend to snap as well. The chrome ones are the ones really that you could put in a vise and bend. And then all I did was I just painted, you could see here's the chrome, and I just painted it black. I tried dipping it in my rubber plastic dip, and I scuffed it up, with a scuff pad, dipped it in. And when I pulled it out, it was kind of like just running right off the chrome. So I wiped it dry and I just spray painted it black. And I think this is like 2 or 3 coats on here. And yeah, just so that it matches the guitar, kind of. So quilted maple top, not a veneer, not a photo finish, 3-way toggle. Seymour Duncan design pickups for Dean. They just have like a sanded face to the zebra pickups. And notice I said zebra, not zebra. No coil splitting going on here, I don't mind telling you, which is great. Just the way I like it. And Floyd Rose 1000. 22, I believe they're jumbo frets on an ebony fingerboard. Yeah. And you've got a satin finish neck. You can see the line right here and the line right there. You have the flute to support the headstock to the neck. I think not only does it support it and from, you know, potentially breaking off, but gives you just a little bit more sustain, just like the old 66 and, you know, 70 headstocks on the fenders. The more wood gives you a little bit more of a tone. I think, I don't know, crazy. Grover tuners, locking Floyd nut. So yeah, and again, look at that contour at the heel. Yeah, that's about it. It's the contour. What would put this over the top right now, this is a 10. What would make this an 11 is if they had a forearm contour, if they had a belly cut, like the Eric Lifeson. And if they just made the Explorer headstock that goes down like the Aldo Nova. That would really, I think that would put this over the top with a lot of people. Besides just metalheads, I think like people like me, I just consider myself a rocker. I think that would really boost sales for the Dean market. That happens to be right in Tampa. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. I'm gonna grab the remote now and see if it works. All you gotta do is turn it on, hit the button. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and better tomorrow. And of course it didn't. Try it again. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Adios, amigos. Nope. Busted.